So it was in May 2023. It was Keith Sullivan. He shot and killed Greg Bagwell standing on his own front porch. Police had been over to Bagwell's residence, who just lived next door to Mr. Sullivan, at 12:30 a.m. after Bagwell had called on them. He had been beating his trailer up with a metal rod or something, and police were Bagwell was no stranger to police. He had been arrested for amphetamines. His behavior was so erratic, he had been banned from the local gas station. He had been arrested for arson. The was it the DeKalb County Police SWAT team showed great restraint back in 2014. He was firing at deputies from his trailer, and they just discharged tear gas to subdue him. On the night in question, he had went over, or excuse me, Mr. Sullivan called the police, and when they got there, he calmed down, but he inquired to deputies, did Sullivan call? And he vowed to get even with him. And deputies left. They stopped by the Sullivan's residence to speak with him, and Bagwell seen that. A short time later, he appeared on Sullivan's property carrying a cigarette lighter. Now, he's already an arson, and there was video cameras call all this on surveillance. And these cameras, Mr. Sullivan put up because of threats Bagwell had made to him previously. And he come on there talking to him about, can he borrow that car that he told him he was going to allow him to have? And he said, Sullivan told him, Sean might get off here. Bagwell said, and Sullivan said somebody, I'm leaving. But he turned, it appeared to reach for something in his back pocket. There was an object that was protruding out, and Sullivan thought it was a weapon. He fired 8 times from the porch, hitting him 4 times in the back, 2 in the front, 1 in the arm. So they go to trial, and within about 6 or 7 days, I mean, this goes straight from a John Grisham novel. The jury's deadlocked, and they bring the jury foreman out and start questioning this person, and I think another jury person too. But the foreman was in the DA Summerford is prosecuting a case that I think, I hope I get this right. The foreman's child had died in like a fentanyl. Anyway, the defense is saying that the DA is trying to get a person trying to give the DA a conviction to get a favorable court action whenever that case comes up. And Summerford, of all things, turns it back, tries to blame it on the defense, and said, well, they should have asked about that during a questionnaire. And so they send them back in there, and the jury comes out and said they're hopelessly deadlocked. They've judge declares a mistrial, and now Summerford is vowing to retry the case.
I'd have a hard time convicting anyone here. But it sounded like the jury went off the rails. So, I mean, if I'm the prosecutor, I'd probably go ahead and retry this.
I mean, I don't know how deadlocked it was. I mean, if it was just that person or 1-2 on there, I get that he probably made the wrong decision and fired that night. But when I look at everything else, the threats he had made, and he has a duty to protect his family, his wife and kid. I don't think he was guilty of murder. I would never convict him of that.
Yeah, I would have. I mean, I don't want to like second guess the prosecutor from afar. To me, this is a stretch. I'm probably, not guilty.
Yeah, I mean, I just don't see how. I mean, if somebody doesn't, I don't even know how it went to trial. I mean, to court. Really, they tried to they had a hearing for for what stands your ground. I guess it was not. Judge ruled against them. They're trying to get it for this mistrial with prejudice, so it can't be retried. So we'll just have to see from there.
I mean, you have a hung jury, so you've got some jurors who think he is guilty. So I don't know why it would be mistrial with prejudice. To me, it's like, okay, it was a hung jury. If the prosecutor wants to bring it again, bring it again. Let's see what happens.
I think in Alabama, It's going to be hard to get a conviction on this guy for that.
I mean, it's one where you question why this was brought in the first place. Of course, again, I'm not, don't have what the DA has, as far as knowledge of this case. You know, people need to be held accountable for their actions. But when you start talking about first degree murder, I don't think that he went over there with the intention to kill anybody.